Hello, people. It's your boy Usmaan back again with another podcast. Slightly later, we do apologize. However, the content will obviously still be good. Just before I get into the show, a lot of you have been tweeting me by a lot of you. I mean, one person, so I'm just going to answer for that one person. The giveaway, the shirt giveaway, is on Saturday for the watch along. So I'll let you know who's won that. Obviously, I'll send you over the details, all that good stuff. Don't worry. It is going to be announced on Saturday. Anyways, as always, drop a like, subscribe. Let's try and get to 700 if possible. But anyways, I'm joined by the boys, Adam, Aaron, and Flawless. How we doing, lads?
Good, mate. Good.
We're doing good, man. Doing good.
Man, we're good. Yo, I'm late because Aaron's show ran over in it. That's why I'm late. You get what I'm saying? So I apologize.
It's all good, man. It's all good, man. It's all good.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You know, Manchester United doing my head in, but
oh god. I mean, I'd be talking for about 20-25 minutes and we just been like, fuck you know. basically, long story short. We could have summed it up in about a minute. We're like, oh my god, there's not really much positivity. But as always, we're trying to be positive for you guys. Saeed will be joining us shortly. I don't have a clue where he is, but hopefully he will be joining us very shortly. But listen, I'm going to get straight into it because I've been meaning to ask you, Aaron. You might have a clue which player I'm going to talk about, but I don't want to do this to you, but Thiago, bro, man, I have to ask you, man. I have to ask because as soon as I found out, because I was at work and my mate, that's a Liverpool fan, is fucking prick, sending me about 100 times that they signed him and rubbed it in my face, basically, because apparently he's still mine out, whatever it is, isn't it? But I was thinking about you straight away because I know how much of a fan you are, Thiago. Listen, what do you reckon? Well, I'm not going to say how we missed the boat because it's quite evident we have. But what are your thoughts regarding that whole situation? Because some United fans are saying, oh, it's okay, we shouldn't have paid the money. Why would we pay extortionate prices in terms of wages? There's no way Liverpool are paying high wages for him. Because we're the club that pays stupid wages. So I don't know where people are getting that from. But yeah, Aaron, what's your thoughts regarding that whole situation?
You know, that was just going to be my argument. We're the ones that, you know, should be looking at ourselves first before we talk about, you know, before we talk about paying stupid wages. I mean, we've got fringe players on £100,000+ a week. So, you know, we should be looking at ourselves first. But yeah, in terms of Thiago, I'm devastated, man. I'm devastated because I know what type of quality this guy brings to a team, no matter who he plays for. And, you know, obviously we've seen Liverpool play last season. We've seen what they did have and we saw what they didn't have. And that little extra that they lacked, they literally have it now in Thiago. Like, Thiago is creation and souls personified. Like, he's got everything you want in a player, I believe, apart from, you know, the whole, you know, he might not be the quickest, he might not, fastest player, he might not be the strongest, but he's got it up here, man. He plays with his brain. I'm gutted. That's the only thing I can say. I'm gutted. I think if he would have come to United, then he would have been a great addition to the squad. And yeah, I'm guessing, you know, Liverpool's fans can get ready and, you know, witness the creation and the source, I would say. So yeah,
I've just got reading the chat, right? I've genuinely just thought, I feel like this whole show is going to be like, what about this player that we should have signed but we didn't sign?
Exactly.
That's what
literally.
Everyone's saying in the chat.
What could have been, bro? What could have been?
Yeah,
that's why.
Oh my god! It's going to be a long show.
We've run out of options, bro. We've run out of options now. We've run out of options. That's the thing, man.
Saeed, we'll come to you, obviously, as you know, obviously, you said we've run out of options. Somebody in the chat, he has put United fans are so fixated on getting Sancho, we've disrespected the thought of getting Bale on a loan. What are your thoughts on that? I don't know for me personally, but what are your thoughts on that? Saeed, sorry.
I don't know about that. Obviously, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, man. You know what I mean. And if we'd have got Sancho, listen, that for me, it's disgraceful that like we haven't got Sancho at the start of the window when Dortmund were out of pre-season. That would have been a time to say, listen, get the deal done now. Like Havertz was done before the season started. That could have easily went around. The way they got Werner from RB Leipzig, boom, done around. Like, okay, you didn't get Sancho. Why don't you go and get an alternative then? Like, what has made you persist on a one player? Like, for me, I know a top club, like, I don't know, a top club, yeah, will always find other solutions that if they can't find that kind of solution. So you know what I mean? I've seen Barcelona touted a lot of players, but now they've got Depay. Depay for me came out of nowhere, but they've got him. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that wasn't their number one priority, was it? But they've got him. You know what I mean? And it's like Man City now. You know what I mean? Yes, they haven't got Messi, but they've got Ferran Torres there still. He's a good player that can come up.
You didn't just say from Messi to Torres, did you? That's
no, but I think like, you know, exactly, yeah. To be fair, that's a bit of a bad one. But you know what I mean? Like, but the problem is, Man United will never do that though. Like we haven't got Sancho, but United will never ever go on a fallback option because they can't do that. They only do one sign at a time. When have you ever seen Man United do 2 signings in one go? Like the way Chelsea did Ziyech and Werner back to back, like literally back to back. Yeah, United could never do that. Never ever do that. And that's
Schweinsteiger and Schneiderlin last time.
Well,
I can remember.
That's what we're doing then. That's a bit. It's where they know. That's a thing though. Where they know, it's like crazy. You know what I mean? But I'm just thinking like, yeah, Bale with the Bale one. It looks good on paper, but I'm still burning from Sanchez. I'm still burning from that.
Yeah.
Where we paid all them wages and he didn't even kick a ball, mate. He didn't kick a ball. He scored 3 goals. I remember when he played against Huddersfield, and I thought, right, he's gonna kick start from here, and he could be a player. Mate, he went downhill, mate. Any other manager would have went downhill. Doesn't matter who manager was. He was just there to collect wages. And yeah, Bale, it suits right for Tottenham because it's a love story that's come back. The same with Wayne Rooney. If he was to come back, maybe we'd probably want him. Cristiano Ronaldo, if he was to come back, we'll probably want him. It's a love story. But for me, no for me, Bale, no.
Yeah, I know. I agree in terms of that sort of love story. For Tottenham, it's definitely the right thing. You know, he's not a club legend, but he's definitely a club great without a shadow of a doubt. And their fans have, if you speak to any Spurs fans, they're not, you know, even contemplate the fact that he's injury prone, he's not playing, and they're just thinking about, no, this is Bale. We're getting the actual, but potentially world class player if he actually turns up. Adam, a lot of people also mentioning Saar from Watford, who's linked with Liverpool as well. And obviously, you can have your thoughts on Bale as well. What do you reckon? Is there anyone else that we should just try and snap up? Because we spoke prior to coming on air, and not to scare people or being negative, because obviously that's not my thought in general. But just to be real with everyone, as things stand, if Martial and Rashford get injured, our front threes, James, Igalo, and Greenwood. Like, that's actually genuinely our front three. So hypothetically speaking, if they were to get, obviously, God forbid, if they were to get injured for a month, to say, which isn't that long of a time to get a hamstring injury or something, give or take, which is probably going to happen given the amount of games they're going to have to play. We're going to have Igalo or James or Lingard, if whoever Ollie finds, Jay Lings or whatever, up front with Greenwood, who's a kid, obviously as the media trying to kill him off as well as things stand. Adam, what are your thoughts, bro, man? Because it's an absolute shambles, isn't it, really?
Yeah, you could extend that and say Igalo's gone in January. So if these players get injured in January and February, we've not got Igalo either. So we needed the striker, we needed the forward player. In terms of, like you said, then go and snap someone up. Go and snap Sancho up. You know what I mean? There's people saying that Sancho is going to be impossible to do in 2 weeks. There's nothing impossible about this deal. It's given the money. The deal's done. Everything else is agreed. It's a load of bollocks, is what they're saying. If we can't get Sancho done in the next 2 weeks, what was the whole point all the way through the summer? You know, a deal can be done in no time at all. Just ask Tottenham and Reguilon. You know what I mean? There's a deal done in 24 hours. You know what I mean? What did we do with Van der Beek? We didn't know about that. We did that deal. So if you're going to snap someone up, don't waste money. I said it the other day on my channel. I said, I'm not for us buying anyone for the sake of it. So you can forget about your Kings, your Brooks, your Sars. Nah, forget it, mate. The only problem I've got, I mean, the biggest worry I've got is the fact that we haven't moved anyone on. Not one player. It's criminal how the likes of Romero are still at the club now. Get him gone.
Where's he going to go? Where's he going to go?
This is me. Take him. Take the hit. You know what I said? Be interesting. I broke this down. No, he didn't go, mate. He went and bought Martinez from Arsenal.
Wow.
So I said I'd be interesting to know in time leading up to January. If you say you sold Lingard, Pereira, Jones, Romero, Rojo, Smalling, you took all them wages off the wage bill and then saved it up until January. How much money would we have to go towards a Haaland or someone like that when he comes available? You know what I mean? Get rid of the players, because these players, Jones, Rojo, Smalling, these are stopping Menga coming in.
Yeah.
These are stopping the prospects coming through. These need to be outed. They need to be gone because they're slowing up. But you can rant and rave about how well these players are doing. People are talking about Darlow. We've got players the same age in the academy. You know what I mean? Who are just as good as Darlow, who won't get the chance because he's there on a stupid wage. So I mean, so my biggest issue now is get rid of these. Why has no one left? Sanchez. That's it. I just cannot get my head around why no one's left. I don't know what the idea is or why it's like this. And that's what concerns me about anyone coming in, because it's quite clear that we need to get rid of players now.
Adam, we've got the answer for you, mate. Just here from Just Jerry.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking shit, basically. That's why no one wants them.
But this is what I mean. You've got to start release. You've got to start taking the hits.
Do you not think it's also? Do you not think it's like I said? Well, like we talked about in the beginning, the salaries. I think too many of them are too much money. Like, who's gonna get a Phil Jones who's on, I don't know, 100 plus, 110 or 100? I don't know.
120, 130, if I'm not mistaken.
Who's gonna get a Andres Pereira who's on 100 plus as well? Like, these are all fringe players on too much money. And you know, I watched a video just earlier, and someone was talking about a wage structure, and he was saying stuff like, "Yes, you know, we all love the youngsters and whatnot, but you know, why did Brandon Williams get a new contract? Why did he get, like, what has he done significantly to deserve a new contract? Yes, he's a prospect. Yes, he comes from the academy, but I'm sure that, you know, someone like a Brandon Williams wouldn't mind not getting a new contract, getting some money. I'm sure he would be happy with just being around and training with the first team and just being there as a youngster. I mean, Greenwood signed a new deal, and I mean, I'm happy with that, but let's say, because it just feels like United are very reactionary. Oh, you've played well for a few games, let's give you a new contract. So imagine they do that with Greenwood. So now you have a 19-year-old on 100 plus bags a week. So what? Every season, if he plays well, you're going to give him a new deal. He's going to end up being on too much money by the time he's 20.
I've always said
by the time he's 25, he could be on, I don't know, $500,000.
I've always said, Aaron.
That's literally what it could go down to.
Well, Rashford and Martial's on. Well, obviously Martial's been brilliant for us in this season, but even they run like, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if this is true or not, but Rashford's close to 200k. And he's like 22.
And the worst thing is about it, he'll want a new contract in about next 18 months, and he'll want 250 grand a week. That's what I mean about Man United. They've given, what I've always said about United is they should give 2-year rolling contracts out to academy players and also players that are fringe players. So for me now, Matic has got a 3-year contract now. He can stay at this football club for the next 3 years. He can say, listen, I'm not going anywhere. That's the problem with it. That's the problem. Another one, Mato, is given a 2-year contract plus a 1-year rolling after that, the option to choose. 2-year contract for what for? He's not playing. That's what I'm saying. McTominay, I understand McTominay is a young player, but what do we give them? A 6-year contract, was it? Or 5-year contract? You know what I mean?
Hey,
this is what I'm talking about.
That's McSauce, fam. Don't do all that.
I understand we're playing all these players, but we're giving out contracts to Phil Jones. Has got 3 more years on his contract.
Wow. The thing is, 5 years to get rid of all of these players. We spoke about the Rojos, your Jones, your Smalling. Yes, sell them on, and if the wages is an issue, just pay them off. It's a simple thing. Take the hit. You know what I'm saying? Take the hit in the long term. Like Adam Matic spoke on it there, it frees up space. If you don't rate Dalot, but Dalot doesn't want to move because of the wages, all right, if you moved him onto a Wolves or Everton, pay him off. Pay off for Jones. These men will take the money if you pay them off.
Flawless, you got to remember, these mans didn't want to pay 25 million for one of the best midfielders in the world in Thiago. So they ain't going to give 10 million to flipping Phil Jones. It's not, I mean, they'd rather just leave him there. And also, a lot of people have sent this to the chat, and when you talked about wage structure, what emphasized to me how shit the wage structure is. Henderson got 120 grand a week, who's never played a game for Manchester United. That's the problem. Obviously, I follow, as you guys know, I follow Sheffield United closely. He made a lot of mistakes. He was fantastic, don't get me wrong. But that Sabia's goal against Arsenal in this quarterfinals of the FA Cup, absolutely horrendous goalkeeping. Against Liverpool, I was at the game. Horrendous goalkeeping. He's made a lot of mistakes. And he's come in, he's could potentially be the number 2, and he's on 120 grand a week already. and he's not even played. He's not earned that money. You know, we got
and England's number one. England's number one don't get half that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just the way structure is 1 point. Adam, let's come back to the comment that you made as well, and I'll pass it to you, Flawless, to get your thoughts on it first. You spoke about Van de Beek signing being 6 months. Oh, sorry, very quickly. Doing very quickly. I'm just going to keep it real, right? Firstly, it took 6 months to actually do that deal, because I've spoken to a few people that work for the club, and they've all said it took 6 months. They've been talking to him since January. Second thing, we only got Van de Beek because Real Madrid fucking bottled it. Third thing, we literally only got it on a good price because Van der Sar did the deal for us. It has nothing to do with us being efficient in the market. You know, the journalists that we spoke to, both work for Manchester United, and the both vouch for this. It's all factual. It's not made up. It's not bullshit from Sun newspaper. It's actually true. So the first one, we've been talking to him since January. The second one, he was going to go to Real Madrid, but they pulled out. And the third one, Van der Sar actually signed the play for us. It wasn't us. Van der Sar said, look, go to Man United. You know, we'll sort you out with a good price. They'll look after you. Obviously, spoke highly of us because he's a legend, etc. So technically, we've made one signing, but it's not down to our own merit. It's just down to pure luck. We were the only club available for him. Flawless, like, what are your thoughts? Because let's be real, the whole situation with us finishing top four was for us to go to the next level. We've all spoken on our podcast, your own podcast, etc. And we've all said, okay, Ollie's got top four, now he has to go again. For me personally, he can't go again because they haven't even given him anyone. He should still get top four, don't get me wrong, but we shouldn't be playing for top four. We're not Arsenal. We're just going to be hoping that we're going to get top four, hope that Oz Bales gets injured or Arsenal fucking bottle it at the end or Wolves do something. I don't want to be another season of that. It's just long. Flawless, what are your thoughts on the whole situation? I just think it's an absolute mess, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. I would go as far to say is how long is, I think Aaron, you spoke on this in terms of Ollie's deal. Is Ollie's contract up in the summer? Am I correct in saying that?
No, the season after that.
Is the season after that?
Yeah.
So it seems like they've the board have just not backed him for whatever reason. That's if we don't sign anybody. And is that them saying, all right, we don't believe you're the man to take us forward?
Then just sack him then. Get Poch in and give him a full pre-season. Why are you pissing about with this?
The thing is as well, Usmaan, mate, he has had money as well. Let's not kid ourselves. He's had over 200 million spent. He's had money.
Yeah.
And I said this before on my show. I said, I'm looking at Bielsa, I'm looking at Arteta, who have had peanuts compared to Ole, and I can already see what they're doing. I mean, I can see what Arteta's done in 6 months. And that's scary because we still don't have a style of play. We don't have a definite way that we all can see is happening. This is the problem. So Ollie's going to come out in his press conference tomorrow. We're all waiting for it. We're all fans in hope. But this is exactly how it's going to go. It's going to go, well, we've added to the squad in Henderson. He's new. We bought Bruno last year. We've now got him at the start of the season. There's another player. There's Van der Beek. So they're the three players he's going to push. That's how it's going to go. He's not going to say one word bad against Ed Woodward or anything. We're trying in the market. It is a player there that we like and it's the right deal for us. We'll go for it. Scripted crap. Because he knows that if he says anything bad, a la Mourinho from seasons before, then Pochettino's there. And if he comes in, he's going to make Ollie look like a fool because he'll probably get more from this squad. As much as I don't like to say that, he's a better manager right now than what Ollie is. And Ollie's not going to get another job after United. There's facts in it. He's not getting another big job. So this is his dream job. He's going to do everything he can to keep it.
Facts. This is what I'm saying in it. So I'm glad you said that, Adam, and I didn't have to say that because that's what this is. Obviously, United haven't had the greatest window. But one thing I can say, I think most United fans are overlooking is the squad is better. We've added Donny van der Beek. We've added Donny van der Beek. Mengi, who I've not seen much of, I already know is better than Rojo, Jones, Smalling, and Lindelof. So that's an improvement right there. De Gea's been costing us points for the past 2 years. So it's like if Henderson comes in and he is the number one, and say De Gea cost us like 16 points or whatever it was. So if Henderson comes in and costs us 8 points, that's halved it. It's similar to when Sanchez left and people were saying, "Oh, well,
look at it." Look at it at the same level, like the pits. I'm talking the pits of the start of last season. I'm talking West Ham away, Newcastle away. Oh, Bournemouth away, and you look at the team, you go right now. We've got Henderson, we've got Williams, we've got Greenwood, we've got Pogba fit, we've got Martial fit, we've got Van der Beek, we've got Bruno. There's 7. There's over half a team, so there's no excuse. I still expect to be in the top 4.
Right, I'm just gonna come in there to ask you a question, because I agree with what you're about to say in terms of top 4. This is where my opinion slightly differs from probably all of you guys here. Right, so you said Ollie's had money. I agree. Okay, so I agree he has had money, but for me personally as a fan, let's be real. If you're looking at this team right now, just say Pochettino comes in, just say Ole gets sacked, whatever. Do you think Pochettino will win us? Because I want to win the Premier League, or at least be challenging for the Premier League. I personally think we need strength and depth to be doing that. You know, granted,
don't get me wrong.
Because he'll get top. I still think Ole can get top 4.
Yeah,
for me, that's not a success. Yeah,
don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Ole has been fully bad. I'd expect after getting in the Champions League spots that he should have at least been on a par with everyone else's spending. That's a bare minimum. So you can argue that point that's it. For a club of United's size and stature, we should at least be spending what City and Liverpool and well, you can't say Chelsea. Chelsea had money in reserve. They've had a crazy summer. But you know what? We'd at least be spending, because Leicester have gone ahead of us now. Leeds have spent more. Newcastle, Villa. I mean, come on, that's just embarrassing. That's just embarrassing for the football club. So that I agree with. I do agree with that. But I just think, I look at what Poch does. Yeah, he's not a serial winner, but I look at Poch and developing players as a coach, and that's where he probably tips it slightly for me. Yeah. Ole is still nowhere near Poch's level, but Ole's still learning his trade. He's learning his trade, and he's lucky to be learning it at one of the biggest clubs in football history. He's a very, very lucky man, and he has to expect the criticism.
Yeah, I'm all for, sorry, Floz, I'll pass it to you. Cool. But I'm all for the criticism, and I completely understand what you guys are saying. I'm not sitting here and saying we shouldn't get top 4 with this team, because I still think we should. Okay, granted, other teams currently have strength, and we don't know what the situation is come the end of the window. I still think we should get top 4. However,
not really, man.
But even is okay to say we don't get top 4 and whatever. He's a Spurs might nick it, whatever, because Jose knows how to do that shit. But it's not going to be success anyways if Ole gets top 4. Let's be real.
Exactly,
We all want to challenge. And the only way, let's be real, Ole's not good enough as a coach. I'm going to be honest. This is coming from Ole in, right? Ole's not good enough as a coach. Come on, Usman. Say it out. Say it out. That's me waiting. Someone's going to clip this shit. But listen, I know he's not filthy.
I've changed yours, man. I've changed you. I've rubbed on you, man. I've rubbed on you.
Let's go, Usman. He's got frailties. I'm not going to bullshit that. I'm not going to deny that. But what I'm saying is, I want to challenge for the league. We need a Sancho. We need a proper centre back. Obviously, granted, yes, he has spent money, but even if you brought Pochettino in, right, and you got top 4, that's still not good enough for me. I want to be up there. I'm fucking tired of Liverpool fans chatting shit to me because they won one Premier League title in 30 years.
Put that message up of Archie. Put Archie's message up on the screen there.
Yeah, what's it said?
Put Archie's message up there.
The Sky one.
Yeah. It's just a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
Yeah, I've heard about this. Right?
This is a football club that still hold half of the season. Half of the season tickets at United. Wow. They still owe all these fans. They still owe all these fans this money. This is this club.
What they say, they will not be distracted by social media.
Social media hysteria.
Glazes out, Woodward out. That kind of nonsense. You know what I mean?
You can tell. Yeah, I tell you what. Let's not forget the signing that they did make in that guy coming in the social media department. You can tell they're moving with the times, aren't they?
Can I just say one thing on that as well? That fucking twat has put an article now saying Mbappe is interested in Man United. When is fucking Mbappe interested in Man United?
Usman.
Where's he made that bullshit?
Apparently,
Mbappe wants to come to Man United, lads. We're signing Mbappe.
Oh, Usman, come on.
Oh my God, I've never seen so much bullshit in my life. You know what I mean?
To see this, man. I need to see
this. Apparently, Mbappe's coming to Man United, lads. Don't worry about it.
Listen, man. In my dreams.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh God, Flawless, trust me, I'm fuming, bro. As soon as I see Thiago sign for Liverpool, I've been getting tweets and texts all day from Liverpool fans. I'm not happy. But Aaron, I'll come to you because otherwise I'm going to start swearing too much. I'll come to you regarding the whole situation coming to the new season. You know, obviously we've got Crystal Palace on Saturday. Are you still confident going into the new season? How things stand? Obviously, I keep mentioning Liverpool, but Spurs of Sam Bale and of course Reguilon, someone again, another person that we should have potentially signed. What are your thoughts on the Reguilon thing? Because I've not actually asked anyone.
Yeah, on the Reguilon deal, obviously I was a bit annoyed when I first heard about it because, you know, you look on social media and you see the words, that comment, it made me laugh. And you see the words Manchester United, hijack, Spurs, Reguilon, and then you're thinking, oh my God, what's going on here? But to be honest with you, it's good to refuse the whole buyback thing, the buyback clause and the first refusal and the preemption thing. If you're going to refuse that, cool, do that, but then go out there and look at other options, you know, at left back. Don't do that. Don't try and act like the big boys and by saying, no, we're not going to accept the buyback.
That's the excuse they'll come out with now.
Yeah, don't come out with you know, that excuse and say, no, we didn't want to accept the buyback clause and the buyback option. Sorry, we didn't want to include that in the contract. Don't say that and then not go in the market and not do anything. But then a few days ago, you were acting like big boys saying, no, we don't want that in the contract. You can say that, but then go in the market and get someone else and make a statement to show the world, okay, we did want Reguilon, but because of this buyback option, we can go out there and still get someone else to fill in that void. Now, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, I don't know if we're going to get someone else. I really don't know if another left back is coming in. Because even this Reguilon deal, when we first, because remember, we got Reguilon offered to us, and that's when, you know, they thought about it and had to make a decision, and it was going to take him a few days to make a decision. I don't know if we're going to go out there and, you know, have a look at other left backs and options.
What about Telles, Aaron? Everyone's asking in the chat as well.
But that's the thing. Telles, I would want Telles at our club. Have our scouts actually done the job to scout it? Because before Reguilon was mentioned, nobody mentioned him. And then all of a sudden, Reguilon has been offered to Manchester United. All of a sudden, oh, we're in for him. Oh, okay, let's act interested. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just wondering whether everyone at board level and at scouting level does their job properly, because I feel like they don't. And this whole Reguilon deal, you know, if you're gonna act and like the big boys and say no, we don't want him because of the buyback option, cool, you're allowed to do that, but then go in the market and get someone else to show the world your intent.
Yeah, no, I think just adding to that, I think this is the most embarrassing thing. They went so hard in Reguilon, right? And this is what I said on yesterday's show. You went into that deal knowing that they wanted a buyback clause. You knew that prior to going into the deal. So we thought, let's go into that deal, fucking put our bollocks on the table because we're Man United, arrogance, all that shit. Oh, they'll drop the buyback clause because we're Man United. Well, they didn't. And you quite clearly wanted a left back. Telles is available for cheaper.
20 million euros.
Exactly, he's cheaper. So I thought you wanted a left back because you just tried to get a left back, and all of a sudden you're not going for Telles. Saeed, what are your thoughts? I know you've had a bit of backlash. I'm not going to.
Yeah, man, it's one of them, innit? You feel me?
Because I think you've had backlash because you were the one who signed off the deals. Is that correct? You're in the boardroom signing off the deals.
Yeah, I'm in the boardroom. I'm the one that's
it must be your fault.
Must be my fault. Yeah, it must be my fault. Yeah,
your fault. Surely.
You know what I mean? I'm the one that. Yeah, man. This man are all absolutely crazy, man. It's like the Sancho deal. Personal terms have been agreed. Like, you know what I mean? How more clear do you want the deal to be just on within touching distances? You feel me? And it's just a crazy feeling that people assume that, oh yeah, you know, all these transfer news and it's not happened. But the fact that the matter is, Sancho is literally about to done deal. But the problem is, Man United are incompetent, and that's the scary thing about it. Yeah. Like, you're looking at it, we're going into the season, right? We're going into the season, right? People don't realize this, yeah. If Dortmund do not find a replacement for Sancho, he's not leaving. Dortmund are in a position where they could be fighting for the title this season. And they've got a good squad now. They've got a very, very good squad. Haaland is in his first season now in terms of full first season with Dortmund. They bought Reguilon, they brought Jude Bellingham, they bought Meunier. They're a bit more steel now. They're more experienced, more composed now. One more year. Obviously, Bayern Munich have lost Thiago. That's a very, very big loss. Sancho, if Sancho was to leave Dortmund, it will be a smack in the face to every Dortmund fan. And I understand that we don't care about that, whatnot. But Depay has left to Barcelona. There doesn't look like a sign that's going to be in place. Man United should have came in the summer to allow Dortmund to buy. You know, you help each other. If you're making a message to Dortmund and saying, you know what, we're going to be friendly. If you sell us Sancho in the start of the summer, we'll allow you to basically, let your deal continue and you go find a replacement. You've got a whole summer to find a replacement. Yeah. But what Dortmund said is, that's why they put the deadline in. They said, listen, we're not selling him. It's not for any other price unless you bring in 120 million up front. Man United don't want to do that. I just feel like they're trying to be cheap. They're trying to act like they don't have any money, and they're doing it for a reason because they believe that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a perfect man to be almost a kind of a mask, to say, you know what, Ole's happy. If Ole's happy, then everyone's happy. That's what they're saying. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes out of the press conference tomorrow and says, listen, we've got a big enough squad, we can cope with it. Van der Beek's a good addition. I would have liked to have other signings. Exactly. I would have liked to have other signings. I would have liked to have other signings, but if it means we go crack over the season, I'll be happy. Has Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had any of these players in his career? Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, Martial. Has he had any of these players in his career? No, because he'll always be happy with this squad. Menji is in the centre-back options. He's got Luke Shaw, Brandon Williams. He's got Dalot. He's got Fosu Mensah. He's probably thinking, bloody hell, I've got loads of options here, but they're not good enough for me. They're not good enough. And that is the bottom line.
Oh, God, it's so true as well. Listen, Adam, can I just talk about the starting 11 for a second? One thing that I'm sure every United fan could agree on, right, is the fact that we had nobody off the bench. And just to put into context, we still got nobody off the bench apart from one guy called Van der Beek. Like, granted, fantastic signing. Very happy that he's at the club. He's going to be a good addition. But nothing has changed. Literally nothing. As things currently stand, nothing has changed, Adam, in terms of the squad. The team, for me personally, the way the season's going to go is we're going to start well, the players are going to do well, and then that period that you mentioned a couple of weeks ago with the Champions League games, when that kicks in, the players are just going to pass out. They're all going to burn out, and then we're going to start seeing the shittest performances. Ali will get sacked, and then the cycle will repeat. That's how I see it personally. Adam, what are your thoughts, bro, like, as things currently stand?
In terms of the actual team, yeah, you're right. Is what it is. But there's a definite way that you could tweak that team for the Palace game and actually make it an entertaining lineup and one that nobody would have predicted. He's just got to have the nous and the forward-thinking tacticalness to actually do it and not be as rigid as he has been with his team. You know what I mean? You could easily mix in some of them players off the bench into a team that, you know what, they all haven't been pulling up trees. Let's not forget, when was the last time we scored from open play? If you include the Villa game as well, was it Leicester?
Yeah,
it was a penalty. Yeah. Jesse Lingard, Jesse Lingard, and we didn't even create that chance, did we? Do you know what I mean?
Create something out of nothing.
This is it. So for me, it's he has to start thinking of ways to make this squad work because it's quite clear that we're not going to get anyone else in now. So he's going to come out tomorrow, like I said, big up everything at the club. He'll probably talk about the
values of the club.
Everything, all the usual palaver at the start of the season, and then we'll go into the match day talk, and then that's it. He doesn't realise that all he's doing is putting himself under more and more pressure by agreeing to everything and saying everything that the club want him to say. He's the one who's going to get the chop. The players are still going to be there. You know what? Phil Jones has outlasted what? Is this going to be 5 managers?
Yeah. That's mad, you know.
That's testimonial.
It's crazy. This is the facts. This is the facts of this football club that he does not realise what is happening right now. He does not. And you know what? He'd be the first one out the door.
You know what it is with Jones, Jones is probably saying hello from his bedroom. hello, manager. How nice to meet you. You know what I mean? In his bedroom because he hasn't played. I was thinking, yo, Sir Alex Simpson, hello. Ryan Giggs, hello. Mourinho, hello. LVG, hello. You know what I mean? Like, Ollie, hello.
You forgot Moyes. Yo,
you forgot Moyes, man. You forgot Moyes.
Here's the thing, yo. Phil Jones been isolating for like the past however many years. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Decade.
Oh my God! He thought he was fucking isolated on the pitch when he was walking outside. He left him alone for fuck's sake. He gave that penalty away.
On corners, yo. Phil Jones out here on corners.
God, absolute shambles. But Aaron, listen, let's talk about the Palace game because obviously, you know, it's in a couple of days. I know you guys are going to be doing match previews on your channel as well. So make sure you go and show them love. And as I'm on that topic, can we just say quick congratulations to Aaron for hitting 5K as well?
Yeah, man, big up.
Let's get it. Let's go, boys. But
Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Well deserved, bro. Well deserved, man.
Thank you.
But listen, what are your thoughts regarding the Palace game? What do you reckon? 4-0 win? The board can say we don't need any players. What do you reckon?
I'm concerned. I don't know about you guys, but I'm concerned because we haven't had a proper preparation.
Yeah.
The only preseason game I heard of, and we all heard of, was the one against Villa. I was just talking to one of my boys here who I live with, and he was like, I hope you guys had at least a game behind closed doors or anything, even if it's at the Carrington Training Centre. I hope you guys did something.
This is their third game.
Exactly. This is their third game. I've seen bits and highlights of their preseason games. Zaha looks very sharp. He looks fit. He looks on fire. I've talked about this on Saeed's channel as well. Yeah. They brought that kid from QPR. Eze came on, had a little cameo, looks really lively, can drop a shoulder, skips past defenders like they're not even there. They've still got, I know people don't rate Benteke, but on his day, he can be a threat. They've added Batshuayi to the squad.
Yeah.
Listen, this Palace team, they've added a fullback to their squad as well? I forgot his name.
Mitchell,
yeah. I
already know because I bought my fancy football. Man's a bargain. 4 million, there's your tip for you. Enjoy.
So, yeah, man, I'm looking at this game and I'm just thinking, pre-season training, I don't know who it was again. Nurden said it on my channel the other day. Yeah. They asked him the question, how many people did you have report back for pre-season training? And they said 4 people.
Oh my God.
4 people reported back to pre-season training.
God.
Are you guys actually serious? Like 4 people. And obviously, I know, certain people had the COVID and whatnot, so I'm not going to talk about them. But 4 people report back for season training. You cannot be serious and think, I'm seeing all these players post pictures and saying we're ready and we can't wait. But
God.
The other teams have a head start in front, so you have to work double. And I guess we'll see on Saturday if they're really ready, like they all say they are. And yeah, man, because we put a foot wrong, we start off on the wrong foot in this new campaign. Automatically the pressure's on us. Automatically, because we're already a game in behind. Yeah. And like Adam said the other day, let me just pull out my calendar. Like Adam said the other day, I'm looking at the fixtures here.
October's hard, man.
Within the next 10 fixtures, we are playing on the 3rd of October, Tottenham at home. And these are all
round the corner. They're round the corner.
Yeah, Bale's gonna be
3rd of October is next week.
Easy,
so
that's an easy 3 points.
I'm looking at all these games, and most of these games.
Yes, flawless.
What did he say?
I said easy 3 points, man. Innit? We got this, man. Easy 3 points, man.
So I'm looking at all these.
Remember last time Bale came, though. Remember last time Bale came to Old Trafford? He absolutely destroyed us. I don't know if you've seen it, but
I'm looking at. I'm looking at all these games, and obviously before the Champions League group stages get announced and everything in the fixtures, the games are scheduled for Saturdays, but a lot of these games will probably get moved to Sundays. So I'm looking at Spurs on the 3rd of October. I'm looking at Saturday 17th. We're playing Newcastle away. That's not going to be an easy one because they've bolstered their squad, and I'm telling you, they look good. I know it was West Ham, and West Ham look awful, but Newcastle look good. After that, brace yourselves. We're playing Chelsea at home. The week after, Arsenal at home. The week after, playing Everton away. 3 very, very tough games. Chelsea home, Arsenal home, Everton away. With this squad, I am sorry, but I do not see how we're going to get 3 points against 2 teams, or maybe 1, Arsenal. I look at Arsenal. We used to banter them last season, but you look at them now. Yes, it was Fulham, but look at the way they play football, bro. They play some really good football. You let them do, their tiki-taka and playing out from the back and everything, they will score. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just looking at these fixtures and I'm going, I don't think we're ready. I really do not think we are. We're doing all this chatting and talking like we are ready and everything, but we're not. I don't think we are, man. I'm sorry. I don't think we are.
I completely agree, man. I don't even think we're close to being ready. Like you already mentioned, we're so far behind. Flawless, what are your thoughts regarding the preparation in terms of, for this game on Saturday? Are you confident, or are you same with Aaron in terms of skeptical?
Yeah, the preparation ain't the best, but in terms of this game against Palace, I have no qualms or concerns about it. Like, it's Crystal Palace, and it's like
even though a lot of injuries as well.
Yeah, it's like even though United have issues, the transfers have been slow. I do believe we still will get Sancho as well, but even without him, adding Donny van der Beek, our front five is still incredible. Like, let's not forget that. Like, with Greenwood, Martial, Rashford, Bruno, and Pogba, our front five is still incredible. And I think any manager, even Ole, someone who I don't believe is good enough. We've seen it, I think, post-lockdown, United were top of the form table. And we've seen what happened when these players came out of post-lockdown. I think we were the first team in Premier League history to win 4 games by, was it 3 goals?
4-0, I think it was 4.
Yeah.
Was it 4?
Something like that.
Might have been 3, I think. Might have been 3.
Something like 3 or 4 games by a 4-3 goal margin, the first team in history. So we still have all that. And it's not like Palace, okay, they have Zaha, but they don't worry me in that sense. And like I said, I think these players are good enough to go into autopilot for at least a small period to make sure United finish in the top 4. I don't think we'll win the league. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is we were top of the form table, and that was like half a season. So it's like, if we can replicate anywhere near that, we should comfortably finish in the top 4. What we're also forgetting as well is, like I said, adding Donny van der Beek. He's now a player who can come into that as well. And you never know how a Greenwood's going to improve. You never know how Martial is going to improve. You never know how Rashford's going to improve. These players are all still young. Bruno's now fully settled. So we'll see how he does. Hopefully Pogba's got a chip on his shoulder. We never know with the likes of, if Axel stays fit or Bailly stays fit, that can improve the defense further. And like I said, so yeah, in terms of Crystal Palace, I'm not concerned whatsoever. Like, I think our ceiling this season, for me anyway, the objective is finishing the top 4. And if we nick a trophy, fair enough. Like, that's how I'm looking at it. I don't want to look at it like that. But when you look at it realistically, that's the best we can hope for. We ain't going to win the Premier League. The Champions League, to me, is a free hit. So we'll just see what happens. The FA Cup and League Cups, we reached the semi-finals of both those competitions. So they're realistic, depending on your run and your draw. So yeah, man, Crystal Palace, I'm not fussed about. I think we have the best attacking 5 in the country. So I'm not fussed about Crystal Palace. I think that front 5 is incredible.
Yeah, if everyone's on song, then in terms of front 5, I definitely do agree with that. I'll be honest, I won't say I'm confident, but we should be able to beat them. I know we spoke about some of their players, and Saeed, I'll pass this to you, bro. One guy in here keeps asking the same question, so I'm just going to read it out because I know he's going to keep spamming it. It's regarding Zaha, Saeed. So he's wanting to know, so obviously regarding the Palace game as well. He's also asking, would you take Zaha back if we don't get Sancho? Saeed, your mic's muted. Saeed, your mic's muted.
No, I think it's a foregone conclusion. I don't like to bring him back stories back, man. Even Ronaldo, for me, Cristiano Ronaldo, as much as I like him, stories are finished for a reason, and I just feel like, you know what I mean. We go by the past, we live by the past. You know what I mean, and I just feel like maybe Zaha, not sure, man. I would have not even sold him, man. It's crazy how a guy flops, for the first season. And then you end up saying, sell him after one season. It's crazy, man. There's a lot of people, a lot of managers, man, that have made absolutely crazy decisions at this football club, man. For me, it's shocking, man. We sold Di Maria. I understand he was a snake, and he still is a snake, But we sold him, for I think it was 5 million less than we bought him for.
Yeah.
We sold Chicharito for about 6 million, peanuts money. We sold Zaha. I think with Zaha, was it less than we bought? I think it was. Maybe just even more. I think just about how much we sold him for. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of players and a lot of teams that we've bought and we've sold for peanuts. Absolutely crazy. And that's why, for me, I don't want to go back there because Zaha will be about 70 million. He's a 70 million pound player. I'm not going to lie to you, mate. For me, when you look at that in terms of world football, he offers you a lot of things. He can play in a cam role, can play out wide, can play in the... Did you see the Burnley did on that player? I don't know if he's a slow player, but that Burnley did, when he sent it to the shops, bro. Oh my God, mate. But for me, it's a tough game, man. I know Crystal Palace have got a lot of injuries. They've got a lot of injuries. I think they've got about 6-7 players out, including Tim Cahill, who's their best defender, sorry. But I just feel like will that match nerves be on our case, like Bruno? And I know he's been playing all right for Portugal, but is Pogba? I don't think Pogba's available. I don't think he's fit. You're looking at Van der Beek.
I was going to ask about Pogba. I don't know if anyone's got any news on him because obviously
no, he's not fit. He's not fit. It won't be because he's not played any match rhythm since the Europa League. He hasn't played any games since then. No training. He's only done light training. You're looking at Martial. He's going to be ready. Is Rashford going to be ready? Is he still got an injury? You know what I mean? Obviously, you know what I mean. Can he play on the left consecutively? There's a lot of questions for this Crystal Palace game, and I'm thinking, and you look at it, without no fans, Crystal Palace sit back on the break and then hit us on the break. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can see that, and then you're looking at Brighton as well. I'm not confident, man. I'm just going to take it game by game because I feel like that's what Man United do to you. I never ever think too far ahead with Man United, especially with Ole. I just think game by game. Let's take it 3 points by 3 points. That's a mentality, not what Crystal Palace do. Man United should be doing that. Man United should be thinking about, let's get to October. I think, we can probably challenge for the league. Not take it day by day. I'm just looking at top 4, and I'm thinking Leicester looks stronger, Wolves look stronger, Everton looks stronger.
Yeah.
Man United with an average squad. Let's be real here. It's an average squad. It's a first 11, that's all right, but an average squad. And you're thinking, nah, mate. You know what I mean? For me, top 4, mate. I don't think we'll get top 4 now. At the start of the season, I put United to top 4, but the way we're not bought any signings, I think top 6.
Who have you got in instead of us?
You know what, man? I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think it's wide open top 4. I think it's gonna be between It's Everton, the Wolves, Tottenham. I think with the Bale, that Bale one is one, man.
Yeah,
and then what's it called? Arsenal. I'm telling you now, people are going to be disrespecting Arsenal, but I think they're going to get off to a good start, and that's what's going to hinder Man United. They're going to get off to a good start because if they play West Ham next, that's another 3 points. They play Liverpool after that, who can be a 50-50 game because of the way they play the high line, and Aubameyang can be on the receiving end. And then you're also looking at Wolves in there, who are very, very good. They've got one game a season, guys. Continental football. They've got continental football, mate. You got to watch out. And a Leicester as well. Leicester, if they can get back to what they were before, where they went away with the league, you never know with them. Man United getting top 4, mate. It's not. Listen, this season's mad, you know. It's pissing me off already.
That's how I'm feeling, bro. Like when you look at other teams like Everton, obviously you mentioned with the Bale thing changed the whole dynamic.
It's changed everything, man.
It's changed everything, man. Spurs have gone from fuck's sake, Jose is gonna kill us to you know what, we might actually do something. I don't. What are your thoughts, obviously, regarding the Palace game? Are you confident going into the game? Obviously the guys have said contrasting views. Where do you sit on it?
No, I just think it's going to be a tough game. I do, and that's not like Flawless said. I've got no respect for Palace whatsoever. I think they're shit, but I just feel like I just
said it lovely.
Oh my god, I love that.
They are, in my opinion, the most boring team in the league to watch under Hodgson. He puts you to sleep, don't it? But I just feel it's a tough game simply because of, like Aaron said, where we are at as a team. Where these players are at. Rashford was completely off for the last few games anyway. Last season, he looked off in the game against Villa. And like I said, the last time we scored a goal from open play, we were firing blanks in the friendly. Again, you know what I mean? We're creating chances, but that forward line does not put the ball in the back of the net. Then, you know what? We're in trouble, aren't we? We're in big trouble because we created chances galore in all of them games I mentioned. And we're all ranting and raving here about our forward line, which is good, but you know what I mean? You've got to hold them to some critique because they're not putting the ball in the back of the net. I don't care how much good link-up play there is. Every so often, you've just got to put the ball in the net. Try not to be too snazzy and too clever with your football. Sometimes it takes a route one, mix it up. You could say that comes from the manager and the structure and everything like that. But for me, I just see us winning the game. I do. I just think it'll be a lot tougher than what people expect. They're 2 games ahead of us fitness-wise. Match sharpness, if I went out then, I'll just say that again, is a lot better than ours. And you know what? We just don't know what United team is going to turn up at the moment. If I looked at it on paper, we're walking all over Palace, but then we've got the United voodoo, haven't we? Which United is going to turn up? Could it be one that turned up against the Brighton and Bournemouth smashing goals here, there and everywhere? Or are we going to get the the Copenhagen and the Seville one firing blanks. You know what I mean? It's one of them, mate. I do expect us to win. I just think it'll be one of them. Let's just get this game out of the way, get 3 points in the bag, and move on. Just try and get some rhythm going, because after these first couple of games, I think it does get very, very difficult, doesn't it? The games. So that's it. We have to just hit the ground running result-wise. I'm not expecting a performance. I just want the result. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and obviously the result is the most important thing, especially come the start of the season. Aaron, just to go around everyone's final thoughts regarding this game, and then we'll wrap you up with the score prediction. What's your sort of overriding thoughts with the game? Obviously, Adam's alluded to the fact that we're struggling to score an open play, although we have got a lot of talent. Do you think that's going to be an issue? And obviously, give us your score prediction for the game as well.
Yeah, man. I think it's definitely been an issue. I mean, I can only echo what Adam is saying. You know what I mean? Everyone's raving about our front line, but we can't score from open play. It's a problem. Anyone that doesn't see that problem, you know, you need to take a hard look in the mirror and just, you know what I mean, just accept it. I think every game prior to, or 2 games prior to the Sevilla one, or including the Sevilla one in the Europa League, I think we created something like 33 chances and we scored 2 goals, penalties. It's not good enough, man. It's not good enough. Not especially because you know that this season teams have strengthened. Teams look better with their new signings, and if you don't score goals against those improved teams, it's going to cost you, man. It's going to cost you. And I think, unfortunately, because, you know, we're all football people, we watch football in a different way, but there are some people out there that just blindly follow everything and just believe in all the stats and all the hype of the stats. And unfortunately, it's going to take, I hate to say it because I don't want it to happen, but it might take a beat down for everyone to realize that we need to improve. It might take a defeat, a heavy defeat in the league for us to, or in the Champions League for that matter, for people to realize that, you know, as much as our front line looks good, as much as we have Bruno and Pogba, you need some sort of playing style in your team, a clear playing style, not just a vague one that you can, not just a vague one that you use in the press conference and saying, this is how I like to play, but a clear one that everyone can look at and say, this is how Manchester United play. And if you don't have that, I'm sorry, but it's going to take a heavy defeat for people to realize it and wake up and smell the coffee. And the creation of chances is not a problem, but it's the finishing. The finishing is that's the main thing. So I just hope, man. I just hope, you know, somehow this season the players wake up and the coaching staff have implemented something, show us something in it. That's all I'm going to say.
That's it.
I agree with a lot of you said. Hopefully they've actually gone and tried to improve some of the things that, you know, they've made mistakes in the past season, so to speak. Aaron, just for the game on Saturday, what's your score prediction? Just to put you on the spot.
Score prediction. I don't know if everyone's going to be fit, so I'm just going to go for a 1-0 win.
Oh wow! Okay, fair enough. Saeed, what do you reckon he's going 1-0?
I'm gonna go for 3-1 United. I think we'll just about lick it in terms of it'll be a nervy 2-1, and I think we'll lick it 3-1. To be fair, I'm just saying that just to soften my ego, to be honest with you, because you know what I mean. I'm not confident, mate. There's a lot of things overriding this, and I think there's going to be a lot of scrutiny for Maguire this season. There's going to be a lot of scrutiny for Shaw. There's going to be scrutiny for De Gea, the goalkeeping situation. I don't know what Ole's thinking of. Yeah, he's an absolute. Honestly, I don't know what he's thinking of bringing them two together now. I'm looking at it. I thought at one point this was a good decision by Ole, but I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking, we've got 2 things now. You're creating more problems for yourself, and I just feel like if David De Gea is not in the sticks, if Henderson comes in there and he's number 1, it's going to be all about David De Gea. Then what's going to happen is we're going to forget about the Sancho news, and it's going to be there's a lot of things going to be masking over it. But yeah, I'm going to go 3-1, man.
Fair enough. I agree with the Henderson thing. I personally don't think he should have come back, but especially if Romero's not getting sold now. What is going on?
Lee Grant as well, man. Like Lee Grant, what's he doing, man? Get him off the books as well. How much is he on, Lee Grant? Bloody hell.
He's probably on about 4 million a week. Flawless. What are your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, man. Saeed took my score prediction. I'm going 3-1, but I'm going a routine home win. comfortable 3-1 is what I'm going with, innit? Like I'm saying it with chest. I'm saying 3-1.
Yes.
Like I don't know who's not fit. Is everybody fit?
Is it? I think Pogba, innit? It must be Pogba.
Is
Surely.
it Pogba?
I think everybody else is fit though, if I'm not mistaken.
No, this is
Sharp. The problem is match sharpness or fitness. It's two different things, isn't it? Match sharpness.
There's no one then.
The thing is, Crystal Palace, and I'm really not. If we were playing at Everton or Spurs or Chelsea or Liverpool, then I'd be much more concerned. This is Crystal Palace who sit deep, try and hit you on the break. That's why I think they'll score with Zaha. But put it this way: if Manchester United had Crystal Palace's players and Palace had Manchester United players, we'd all be talking about how good Crystal Palace are and how we should be worried. So that's why I'm not. They like Adam said, they don't worry me. This is Crystal Palace. We ain't the greatest, but we're better than Crystal Palace. So I'm never gonna get to the point, where my man said Pogba and adding Pogba in the mix. We got man, United 3-1 routine home win.
Trigger Kimanzi, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He said they played 11 side. Bro, I appreciate that if that is true. That's completely changed my score prediction. I'm going 5-0 Man United though.
Hey.
but banter aside, I think we're gonna fucking slap them. I genuinely think, right, they're gonna turn up and the board are gonna be like, oh look, we don't need players. All he just need Sancho. Green was just had a madness. He's got a goal.
That's what they're preying on, mate. That's what they're preying on.
Exactly, the front. Oh look, Rashford's got 2 assists.
So maybe we lose then.
I'm going. I said 4-0. You know, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll be kind and say 3-0. Then go on, Palace. You can have one less goal. Bruno penalty to start it up. Martial goes down.
Yeah,
I'm not even. That's
definitely a Bruno penalty.
But then Martial and Rashford combined for second, and then Greenwood third for me. Adam, what are you saying?
I'm gonna go 2-1. Jesse Lingard signs a new deal on Sunday.
Oh my God! I wish that's true, mate. What a legend he is. What a guy. If you play that Arsenal,
young promising striker, young promising midfielder.
God, to be fair,
that's the word. Do you know what? United have started using the terminology from the football field and the players in the transfer market now. So it's like this player has all the potential. This player can make it. Transfer market now is a potential signing for United, a prospect of a sign. Oh, God, I'm sick of the P words, man. It's just like act like a big club and get the deal done. For God's sake, man, you're embarrassing us all.
That is just the best way to finish the show. That you're embarrassing us fucking all. Sort it out, get the deal done, get Sancho in. I don't want to see a Gala playing a right wing, man. Please, I can't do that. A Gala right wing crossing in for Martial. But listen, I just want to say a massive thank you to all our guests. As always, make sure you check their links down below. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you show love to the boys. They're going to be uploading their match reactions. They're going to be uploading their previews on their channels as well today and tomorrow. I believe Saeed's definitely got one tomorrow as well. And Adam will be on that as well. Make sure you show them love. But apart from that, it's been your boy, Usmaan. Thank you very much. And we'll be back in a few. Peace in a bit.
Peace.